today's video, I'm going to go over HTML document tags and what they mean from a project I've been working on. However, since we're now on the topic of algorithms, why don't you help me out with the YouTube algorithm and hit that like button and subscribe to this channel for more tech-related topics. So without further delay, let's begin. Alright, so today, like I said, I'm going to show you the HTML document tags from a project I was working on previously for my portfolio. This basically is in React.js. It's an e-commerce website for suits, ties, accessories, and shoes. Yeah, so and it's got a responsive design towards it. I don't think there's any, I didn't add any links to this thing yet because I'm still kind of working on it. Probably going to incorporate a checkout Stripe API to this thing, that way you can actually use it as a payment processor for, you know, these for these items here, just as a demo and things like that. I don't want anybody really buying this stuff, so. But so yeah, you basically have you know, different links and things like that. Now if you go here and then right click to hit inspect, then you'll see that the website is responsive regardless of what size that you have in it, or what device that you're using it on. You know, you can use it bada bing, bada boom, you know. You see it right here. You know, it downsizes or upgrades, you know, or, you know, widens out. Yeah, depending on which device that you're using. Alright, so, but with that said, we're just going to, today we're just going to go over not so much React, but we're just going to go over just the HTML document that this is all sitting on. Alright. So now you come back over here. This is the React. This is part of the React site that I have, but this is just, like I said, this is the HTML document. Here's my entire React project that I've been working on. So all the components here and things like that. But for right now, we'll get to all of that a little bit later. In one of my videos, I actually showed you how to install Yarn or NPM, and basically you can start from there, and then this is how you would set up everything in React.js. Alright, so, but for now we're going to just start with the doc type, you know, or just the HTML document itself. So the doc type is basically describing that, hey, it's solidifying that, hey, this is an index.html document. This whole thing, all of this will be in the container of this HTML doc type. It's basically saying to the web browser, hey, I'm an HTML document, load me up. You know, so, but now you have, next you have the HTML language, which you can pretty much change this to anything. You can say, you know, FR, but in this case, for the most part, you know, since more people speak English, we'll just put EN. Alright, so the head tag is basically describing everything that is within, that you're not going to see within the body tag. So, and I'll get to that in a little bit. But the head tag is basically everything that you might see within, like, it kind of works behind the scenes. You know, it's basically like everything that you're going to find in a search engine, things that you might incorporate, you know, that you want to use for, like, you know, style CSS, etc., etc. Alright, so each tag within the head tag, basically I will describe what the meta tags are, mostly for, like, you know, stuff that you would find mostly with the hardware. It kind of has a direct correlation to machine code, so that the machine can actually look at this stuff and be like, okay, I analyze this, and this. All right, we'll change that to machine code. So, like for example, this character set here, um, it basically uses the UTF-8. All of this is just a method. It's basically saying that this is a method to change this to machine code. All right. So that, anything that you type in to this HTML document will have a direct correlation to what the hardware is saying, or how can the hardware interpret what you're typing in, or what the document is actually showing. All right. Now next, you have the link rel, or the relationship link. Basically, it's describing that this thing is going to show an icon. Okay, so I need an icon image. So this is the icon image, where you can see right here in the public directory. And if you go here to the actual document, you'll see that there is an icon, which is the original React icon. All right. So, and normally that's just favorite icon. It can be used as like favorite. You can change the name whatever you want, but as long as it's like a dot icon, or I think you can use PNG, or but for the most part, if you have like Photoshop or whatever, you can always change it to a .ico file extension. All right. So next you have the meta name viewport. Viewport is basically the entire container of the website. Everything that you see here within the viewport, this is your viewport. Outside of all of this up here, like your tabs and everything that you see within this document is your viewport. That's it. That's all that is. Like literally. And you can, scale it however you want, blah, 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 blah. That's just, that's all the content that's being shown inside the HTML document. All right. And so next you have the meta name theme color. So the theme color will basically be like the default color that your website is loading in. So in this case, it'll be black. Fair enough. Next, you have your meta name description. Now, if you were to put this into a web browser or something like that, it would basically describe in not so much in the web browser, because it can as well, but there's also another way that you can do that. But that'll also help as well, to really promote your website in the description. And you can also use the title to add like description and things like that. But I'm gonna get to that in just a minute. The link rel style sheet will basically describe a link to a specific style sheet that you want to use. The style sheet will basically be a .css file extension. This one I just use the Materialize. So you can go to Materialize css.com, if I can find it here, and basically this is what I'm using for like the nav bar, the footer on the website. Where are you? Here. Yeah, so everything in the nav bar right up top is basically being used by this Materialize CSS. You can also you can import this and then pretty much use it as a component. Where are you? Yeah. So basically I'm using this as a component. So yeah, it basically works just like this, and it works out pretty good. I mean, you can also build your own navbar. I do strongly recommend that, just for good practice. But in this case, I just wanted to a website to pretty much get up, I can always alter and change that anytime I want. But it also works for the footer as well, the footer of the web page. So you can also add that component in as well in your React.js project. All right, but for now, let me get back to just the HTML document. So now I don't want to give you too much, the title of the page in your head tag will basically describe what your website is about. I mean, that's basically all it is to it. Then, of course, you have your head tag, your closing head tag. Oops, I didn't expect that. All right, so now your body tag. So this is everything that's pretty much in the body of your document. Everything right here. Everything that's pretty much being shown here. All right. This basically you should just ignore. This normally comes with, the no script. It just naturally comes with the React.js project in your index.html document. This is basically all it's saying. I guess if it runs into an error, it'll basically say to the browser, hey, it'll show this. But for the most part, it won't. So this is basically, you would think it would go into the head tag, but it's basically shown in the web browser. If you don't have JavaScript installed on your device, okay. Now the div ID root basically describes, this is the div ID, I wouldn't say div class, but the identifier that basically describes the root app. So I'll show you, where is it? All right, so in the index.js file here, I have constant root. So this is basically creating the root element by ID, which we have here, root. So that's basically all it's saying, is that it's getting the root render to the browser. This is the actual element ID, which is the root HTML document that wants to be shown on the body of the page. All right. So now next you have your script. Now this tag is basically an external script that you want to extract from another website to your website. So in this one, I have the script, the jQuery, which is basically all of this code right here, and another script tag. So all of this is basically allowing, like, let's say, all the little functions that you have within your document. So in order for this to work, it needs jQuery. So it needs a jQuery code or a jQuery script in order to run that. So this line of this tag rather basically describes how this thing is going to run. Okay, we're going to use jQuery on here. Let's use that. Here's the link to that, and you can pretty much just go to jQuery.com and get that tag. Just get this link here. There's really no need of me linking it in the description, but if you want me to, I can also do that as well. Now another script tag, like I said before, up here is basically the JavaScript and jQuery tag in order for well, excuse me, not tag, but the code in order for it to run, for the side navigation to run. So this is allowing the functionality of this sidebar being able to run from the hamburger menu. You know, as you can see on the right hand side here, you know, it changes using that bit of animation. You know, so yeah, the website does stuff on the front end, but like I said, I'm still working on, you know, like you know, adding in the Stripe API and actually making this thing functionable. You know, so that way you can actually, you know, maybe purchase stuff on this website. All right, and then next we have I mean, it's pretty much the same thing. It's just using a .js file, which is a JavaScript file, in order to render, you know, everything the materialized CSS does. So everything that's basically from here to here is being run off of this sidebar nav. That's basically all it is. All right. So anytime that you open up this hamburger menu or close it, it's allowing that sidebar navigation to run. And then when you pull this back, you'll see the sidebar nav, and you don't have that hamburger menu there anymore. So, yay, you're just allowing this to have some interaction with the user on the front end. All right. Well, and also now you have the closing body tag. This always has a / on, you know, as you can see the difference, even with the head tag or any time that you're opening and closing a tag. The only time that doesn't matter is when you have like a link here. You see that the tag, excuse me, that the / closes the tag here. See, if I were to, you know, do that, it will automatically just add another tag in. But yeah, it basically still closes the tag. It's not necessary to do that there or just like that with the link tags. It's pretty much unnecessary. So that's why I use it the / and then closing right here. But not all tags are equal. You know, as you can see within the title, the tags, the / is on the other side with title and then, you know, closing tags here. And then you have the HTML closing tag, which basically closes out this HTML, this entire HTML element that closes the root of the HTML document. And that's pretty much it. So like I said, be sure to subscribe to this channel. I'll have more videos, video content ready for you next, and we'll be doing some web development. Until the next time, I'll see you later. Peace.